I don't see any live here. Is it really live? Yeah, but earlier I don't see anything. Oh, yeah, we're gonna go live very soon. I'm a little stuck here, sorry. Are we live already? Oh, okay. Well, if you guys want to see something almost unbelievable, we're here in Hong Kong, and there's a giant procession of American flags. Look at this. Unbelievable. This is a giant parade. What's the estimate of the parade size here today? It could be as little as 100,000 people at least. What? Listen to this. And what's interesting is I've been interviewing people for the last maybe hour. Everybody's so cordial, peaceful. You know, the classification that these are rioters, definitely not the case. Let's ask this young guy here. Let's see him. Hey, can I ask you a quick question? If Donald Trump was watching this right now, what would you tell him?
Thank you, President Trump. So please help liberate Hong Kong and keep an eye on Hong Kong. Thank you.
Yeah. How many people do you think are going to be here today?
I guess that's at least 2,000 or more. I cannot have a quick count. Yeah.
Let me ask you another question. The communist propaganda is that you guys are rioters. What do you say to that?
We are not rioters, but the China Communist Party, they are like keep damaging Hong Kong's reputation. They are taking our right away from us. So that's why we come and resist China. We want President Trump, please help liberate Hong Kong. Yeah.
Gai Yao.
Thank you.
Yeah. See, everybody I've spoken with is just so. Take a look at this. Look at this. Let's make Hong Kong great again. Can you believe it? We've flown halfway around the world and we see Trump placards here. Can I ask you a quick question? No. Do you speak English? No. Can I ask you a quick question? Oh. Anyway, very, very interesting. And look at this. Heaven will destroy the Communist Party. Very strong message here. Oh, look, she has one as well. Wow. Sir, can I ask you a quick question? If Donald Trump was watching this right now, what would you tell him?
Support Hong Kong for freedom.
There you go.
And do more measure to protect Hong Kong.
There you have it. And actually, what's interesting is that, hey,
American citizen.
oh, you're American.
Yes,
Me too.
yes. Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where?
From New York.
Oh,
I grew
well,
up in Ohio.
San Francisco. Oh, Ohio. Okay. Yes.
Oh, look, we have an American here.
Yes.
So what brings you all the way out here?
Support Hong Kong. I was born here, and it's just really touched. It's just really touched to see so many American flags.
Yeah.
We don't see that many American flags in United States.
Well, especially in San Francisco, that is for sure.
Exactly. Yes.
Actually, it's funny. What I feel honestly is that in America, you don't see as many American flags, and you see people advocating for communism, whereas here they're fighting against it. Yeah, it's something else.
I see a sign that said for Second Amendment.
Oh yeah, really?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
I got a picture.
So, if Donald Trump is watching this program right now, what would you say to him?
Thank you, Mr. Trump. Thank you, President Trump. We love you. I'm from San Francisco, but we love you. Thanks for everything that you do.
There you have it. Yeah. And one thing I've noticed here is that everybody I've spoken with is so peaceful, so nice. The classification of these are rioters, probably communist propaganda, most likely. Wow, look at this. Oh, take a look at this. Thank you, Americans. And that's the big takeaway for me. Almost everyone I've spoken with is thanking America. Wow. Oh, I have one other question. One thing that I've really gotten as a takeaway from being here for a week is that I really took it for granted that in America we can get on YouTube, on Facebook, and just say anything we want. But anyone I've spoken with has a face mask on, otherwise they won't say anything. Can you comment on that?
Well, because they're afraid. We have free press, we have First Amendment, and we take it for granted every day. Here, everybody's afraid. Everybody's afraid. See, I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
You're not afraid because we're American citizens. So we take it for granted, and I feel guilty not to support them. This is why I'm here. This is why I'm here. I feel guilty. Like we are so comfortable every day, and here this is so basic. They don't get it. They don't get it. They can on a news channel. They don't get any other sides. In the United States you get Fox News or you get the other side, but here they don't get any side at all. It's all one-sided, and it's awful because you don't get information whatsoever. You don't get any sides. You only get one side here. So you really have to look for it. Thank you for what you do as well. Thank you. I appreciate it because they don't get it here.
Yeah. Oh, Gai Yao. Yeah. So that's one of the things about a one-party dictatorship. One voice, one perspective. That's what you get. I wish more young people would realize what communism is really all about. Man. Huh? What? Hey. If President Trump is watching this right now, what would you tell him?
I want Trump fight for freedom, save Hong Kong. Yes, thank you.
There you have it. Wow, man. Take a look. I don't think I've ever seen a parade in America, maybe except a Veterans Day parade, with this many American flags. Unbelievable.
Thank you, America.
Thank you, America.
Thank you, Donald Trump. Thank you, Pelosi.
Thank you, America. Thank you, America. Thank you, America. Wow. Beautiful. Wow. Wow. You know, one thing you really have to think about is that during the American Revolutionary War, I just read a phenomenal book. 1% of the U.S. population died during the U.S. Revolutionary War. And as an American, you know, I don't really think about that too much, but honestly, they secured so many freedoms for us. Freedoms of the press, freedoms of speech, so we can actually express ourselves and say what we feel. You know, and here, look what's going on. People don't even feel comfortable speaking their minds without having a mask on. They're fighting for their freedoms. It's outstanding. Okay. Hey, can I ask you a quick question? Can I ask you a quick question? Hey, can I ask you a quick question? If Donald Trump was watching this right now, what would you say to him?
Thank you for doing all for us for Hong Kong. Thank you very much.
There you have it. There you have it, man. It's you know, we came here on Thanksgiving Day, and that's been the theme ever since. Just thanking America for passing the bill and hoping it'll actually make a big change. Yeah. Hey, can I ask you guys a quick question?
Yeah, sure.
If Donald Trump was watching this right now, what would you say to him?
Thank you, President Trump, for supporting humanitarian causes, for freedom, for democracy, for liberty. That's what we need in the 21st century against the tyranny of China and against the totalitarianism of China. Please support Hong Kong. Fight for Hong Kong. Yes.
There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. This is the guy summed it up. Trash can China. Wow. Man, the energy here is palpable. It's electrifying. Wow. Can I ask you a quick question? If so, you know, the CCP is very intolerant, right? They're so hard to give in. How long are you willing to fight for the 5 demands?
Well, not until we succeed.
Wow. There you have it. Not until they succeed. Actually, quite a few people have said that, and when they say it, I feel it. I feel that that's the case indeed. Wow. Man, take a look. Another one of these Trump "Let's make Hong Kong great again" signs. And you know, I've seen so many interesting Trump-related signs. I saw one that said, what was it? Mother is close, father is close, but no one is closer than Donald Trump. That's a good one. That's actually a play on an old Chinese communist slogan. Very. Hey, can I ask you a question? No? Okay. Wow, so much energy here. This is beautiful. And one thing, you know, the viewers really, you should notice is that it's so peaceful here. You know, a lot of times the Chinese-controlled media, they'll characterize this as riots or stuff like that. But I mean, being here, it's so peaceful. And everyone I've spoken to is so measured. Hey, can I ask you a quick question? Miss, can I ask you a quick question? No? Oh, sorry. Can I ask you a quick question? If Donald Trump was watching this right now, what would you tell him?
No, I don't know to see.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Wow. So the bill that was signed into law a few days ago by Donald Trump, it's very interesting. It actually sets out provisions for the U.S. to actually check whether Hong Kong is autonomous enough to warrant the free trade agreement that's been on the books since 1992. And technically, they could have done that without the bill, but the bill was definitely a big boon to the morale of the people here. Because, you know, I mean, you're here, being on the other side of the world, it wasn't until I got here that I truly understood what people are feeling. I mean, you got China, the biggest communist dictatorship. How many miles up north? Like what, 30 or 40 miles up north from here. You know, it's palpable. Wow. So it looks like we're getting to a bit of a bit of a narrow street here. Here, why don't you look that way? There's a few flags waving over there. Huh? So we have some, looks like some police over there on the other side of the street. What? Oh. Let's go take a look. Man, look how many American flags you just don't see. Oh, look, another one of the Trump "Make Hong Kong Great Again" signs. Okay, let's go take a look. Again, man, I hope everybody watching can really get as a takeaway how many American flags are here. You don't see this many American flags unless it's like Veterans Day in America. Take a look. Take a look. I just wanted to show the sticker on your backpack. Heaven will destroy the Communist Party. Big slogan around here. Hey, can I ask you a quick question? If Donald Trump was watching this, what would you tell him? All right. Wow. Getting to a bit of a narrow street. Now I wonder, we have some police over there. Looks like just standing around. So far the parade has been very peaceful, but what's interesting is that there's a lot of narrow alleys that the parade has been going through. I don't know if that's typical. Is that typical in Hong Kong? Do you know, sir?
About what?
When you go through a parade, is it always so narrow, or is it something?
Usually we walk on the roadside.
Usually on the roadside, right? Do you think this is something the police did on purpose in order to, I don't know, like make the parade less effective?
Yeah, maybe the organizer is doing subduing to the police.
This is the first time I've ever seen a parade walk on a small sidewalk like this.
For me, it's the first time ever since May, June.
Yeah. Oh, so you've been, okay, interesting. I have a question. If Donald Trump was watching this right now, what would you tell him?
I tell him to send some CIA and kill President Xi.
So between 0 to 100, this guy's advocating for like 98. So another question. So the 5 demands, right? The CCP is very, very intolerant. How long are you willing to fight for these 5 demands?
Actually, I'm supporting the younger people to fight for their freedom for Hong Kong. So we have to fight until the end.
What would you tell some of the parents or people of your generation who aren't supporting the young people?
I tell them they have children, they have grandchildren, and they have their own future to fight for. Yeah. So let them fight.
Very powerful words.
No. Yeah. I'm a senior citizen.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Oh, slow down. Okay, well, thank you so much. Guy out.
Okay.
Very, very powerful words. It's actually... Oh. What he just talked about was very interesting. There's a lot of, the protests are, held by students typically, young people, but behind the scenes there's actually a lot of the older generation that's helping out by giving places to sleep, giving some food, giving rides back and forth after the parades, etc. That you don't see or hear talked about that much, but the older generation is definitely helping out behind the scenes. There was actually an event yesterday. It was called the Old Young Rally, where they talked. It was highlighting the older generation that was helping out. Actually, let's take a look. Wow, so looks like some kind of a rally here. Looks like some kind of a rally here. Interesting. So I wonder if this is, where are you? Oh, hey. Take a look at the rally. Look how many American flags we have here. Man, like in America, I think even on Veterans Day, I mean, there are a lot of flags, but maybe not in this concentration. This is really amazing. So many flags. Wow. I wonder if this is part of... Can we? So let's go take a look. So here we have some, so next to the flags, we have some police walking here. So far, if you notice, we do have our tear gas mask and our helmets because, occasionally these parades and rallies tend to devolve into tear gas flowing and rubber bullets being fired. We, of course, hope for the best, but the sentiment is definitely against the police. After the last 6 months, anytime the police show up, the protesters, generally are quite unhappy. Yeah, so we hope for the best, but plan for the worst. Let's see what's going on there. So you see that guy that police officer right there. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but he has several flags in his back. So the flags are different colors, right? Maybe if he pulls them out, we'll show you. Wow, this is a crazy long parade. Why don't we walk this way, actually? Oh, take a look. If you hold it up high, take a look at that Trump riding on a tank with the explosions behind him. You want to go under here? Wow, look at this. It's like a Trump rally. It's like a Trump election rally here. Ah, amazing. Oh, look at this. You got a Trump guy there? Wow.
And Polytechnic University shows how CCP handled their dissidents. If not for President Trump's resolute call to presidency, Hong Kong would be obliterated in 14 minutes. A friend in need is a friend in need. We cannot express how grateful we are to President Trump for saving Hong Kong. We would like to say thank you to all congressmen who have assisted us in this fight for liberation, all Americans who have followed and supported us along the way, Consul General Smith and the U.S. Consulate in Hong Kong for watching over the city, Vice President Pence, who have been violently supporting Hong Kong, and lastly, President Trump, who have saved Hong Kong from the brink of annihilation, bringing us hope in this difficult fight. Let's make a great deal with China and make America and Hong Kong great again. Wishing the President and his cabinet all the best for Trump 2020.
God bless America!
God bless America! Thank you, President Trump. It's from our most sincere heart from the Hong Kong Autonomous Action Freedom Fighters.
God bless America!
Wow, the energy here is just something else. Hey, if Donald Trump was watching this right now, what would you say to him?
Donald Trump, thank you for liberating Hong Kong.
Thank you, Mr. Trump, very much. Thank you. God bless
America! God bless America! We appreciate your help. You liberate Hong Kong. We really appreciate.
President Trump and President Xi, please have a meeting in Hong Kong.
Please have a meeting in Hong Kong, President Xi and Donald Trump. Let's make Hong Kong American great again. Thank you, President Trump.
Thank you.
Wow.
Let's resist Beijing together. Let's resist Beijing. Let's resist the evil regime. Let's resist Chinese Communist Party. Thank you, Donald Trump.
Hey, how about this? You guys think about it, and on 3, you guys in unison say something to Donald Trump. Okay, think about it.
Thank you, President Trump.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, President Trump. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Man. Glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land Man, the energy here. Unbelievable. I feel like I'm in Ohio, not in Hong Kong. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, President Trump.
Thank you.
God bless America.
God bless America! God bless Americans and God bless
Oh my gosh. Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. Wow, unbelievable. My gosh, look. Oh, look at this lady, too. She has a... Of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, that's beautiful. Hey, if Donald Trump was watching, what would you tell him?
Thank you, President Trump. Please make Hong Kong great again.
There you have it. Guy out. Man, this is the most patriotic group I've ever seen. Wow. Wow. Sorry? Wow. Very good. Hey, can I ask you a question?
My English is no.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. It's all right. Let's keep going. Man, so that was a crazy good rally. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in America outside of a Trump rally. Yeah, very powerful.
Stand with Hong Kong.
This guy. Oh, let me ask this guy a quick question. Hey, sir, can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
If Donald Trump was watching this right now, what would you tell him?
You mean to the people?
Yeah, or
to the public, to the people.
Yeah, to the American people.
We are thanking very much for the American people. Yeah, in Hong Kong, we are in a very bad condition because some of people they are die fight for freedom, fight for democracy. So we are. Thank you so much from my heart for the American people and the President, Mr. Donald Trump. Yeah, thank you so much. I hope for the world can support Hong Kong people for this democracy revolution. I think it starts in Hong Kong. Yeah, to against CCP. Okay, we can so much. We thank you so much.
Yeah, you see, America, I mean, Hong Kong people so appreciate everything, you know, the Senate has done. I have another question. A lot of the protests and the rallies have been held by young people, and the older generation has been behind the scenes helping out. What would you tell the, like, let's say the parents of the protesters who don't support the movement?
We are very support from the child, around 6 years old, and then over 80 people. This year of the range, totally support the Hong Kong young people, the Hong Kong student for this revolution. Yeah.
But what about the parents who don't support it? What would you tell them?
Yeah, mostly of the parents, they are support their children. There's a less of the children, they did not support their children because this parent is all at the left-hand side. Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay, well, guy out. Yeah. Let's follow this. Wow, look at this. Now that is a strong message. We need the Second Amendment right there. Let's go ask this guy, what's up? Hey, sir, can I ask you a quick question? If Donald Trump was watching this right now, what would you tell him?
I'm sure he will agree with me.
About the sign?
Yes.
So why does Hong Kong need the Second Amendment?
Well, the Second Amendment protects God-given universal human rights. Since it is a universal right, it means that people everywhere, it is a God-given right, so we should all have it. Not just America. America, they are lucky because they struggled in the independence war, and so they won the protection in the Constitution.
Yeah, actually, there's a lot of young people in America who are trying to take away the Second Amendment right. They're fighting against it, actually, and rescinding it. What would you tell them?
They are deluded. They are mistaken. They are betraying their founding fathers' ideas. Yes.
You heard it here. And not only that, not only the Second Amendment right. Being here, I'm an American, and one thing I've really realized that I take for granted is being able to express my opinion. I can get on YouTube, on Facebook, say anything I want, but here, everybody I ask, they need to make sure their faces are covered. So there's can you speak to that? Like just the freedoms that that Americans take for granted and how important they really are.
Yes, the Bill of Rights. All of them, each amendment, they protect important human rights. The reason I'm carrying a sign about the Second Amendment is because actually you need the Second Amendment to protect the others, but they're all important.
Yeah, very true. Well, Gai Yao. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
One of the big things about the Second Amendment that a lot of people have forgotten is that it's not, in the news it's like, we need to go hunting. But the original purpose of the Second Amendment was to protect the people from the government, from a tyrannical government. And that's what the people advocating for the Second Amendment here understand, right? And one interesting tidbit, for myself, I didn't really understand the Second Amendment's true purpose until I heard a very interesting anecdote. In World War II, the Japanese, this is a story I heard, were considering a land invasion against the U.S. And the head of one of the heads of the military did an analysis, and he found that there was no way to invade the U.S. And he said to the emperor at the time that if we invade the U.S., there will be a rifle behind every blade of grass. Very, very interesting point on the Second Amendment. Man, but take a look at this. So many U.S. flags. Look at this. Look at this. Make Hong Kong great again. Wow. Super, super, super powerful. Yeah. And so many American flags. And I really feel that the people, they're waving the flag, for one thing, to thank the U.S. for passing the bill, but the other is because they really understand what the U.S. stands for, the ideals that it's built upon. The people I've spoken to, sometimes they know more about the Bill of Rights than the average U.S. college student. It's amazing. Can I ask you a quick question, sir?
Yes, but my English is so poor.
It's okay, let's see. If Donald Trump was watching this right now, what would you tell him?
Thank you, President Trump. Yeah, thank you. Keep standing with Hong Kong. We will keep fighting for the freedom. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, there you have it. Gai Yao.
Gai Yao.
Yeah, man. It seems like, I haven't been counting, but almost everybody I asked, that's exactly the answer. Thank you. Thank you, Donald Trump, for signing the bill. Wow. There you have it. Can I ask you a quick question? Very simple. If Donald Trump was watching this right now, what would you tell him?
I love you.
Well, look, if Melania, if it doesn't work out with her, there it is.
Thank you, President Trump, for liberating Hong Kong, and thank you for standing with Hongkongers. Thank you for fighting with us, and God bless America. Thank you, President Trump. Thank you, America. America. Liberate Hong Kong. Liberate Hong Kong.
There you have it.
CCP go to the hell. Anti-China.
Wow. That, a lot of people are echoing that sentiment. A lot of people have that sign that says, "Heaven will destroy the CCP." It's funny. A lot of people, a lot of young people right now in America are wanting more communism. They're actually, on college campuses, they're, sometimes having like rallies for more communism in the U.S., what would you tell those young people?
CCP and communist is cancer on earth. So thank you for standing Hong Konger. Anti-China-cy. Anti-China-cy. Thank you, America.
Anything to add?
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. God bless America.
Okay, I think they said it all. Wow. Super, super powerful out here. Take a look that way. Man, so many beautiful flags. And here it's not, it's not just young people. I was actually expecting a lot of mostly young people, but there's such a good mix. Young people, older people.
Resist Beijing! Resist Beijing! Resist Beijing! CCP go to hell! CCP go to hell! Resist Beijing! Resist Beijing! Thank you, President Trump! Thank you, President Trump!
Oh my
God
God.
bless America! God bless America! Resist Beijing!
We need to take this guy back to America here.
Resist Beijing! Thank you, President Trump!
Wow.
Thank you, President Trump! Thank you, President Trump! No homeless! No homeless!
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
If President Trump was watching this right now, what would you tell him?
Yeah, thank you, President Trump. You're great, so helpful for us for, helping us for fight for freedom. Yeah.
What about you? Do you want to add anything?
We all appreciate for all your work, and I think you are a great man. We Hong Kong people thank you very much.
And I have another question. So, the CCP is very intolerant of anything. So, the 5 demands that you're asking for, how long are you willing to fight for them?
Whole my life is fight for that 5 demands. If China or Hong Kong doesn't answer our 5 demands, we won't give up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I will fight for our freedom forever, until the day I die. When we die, our son, our daughter will fight for their freedom as well.
You heard it here. Well, thank you guys. Gai Yao. Man, very, very, very powerful sentiment. And actually, almost everybody I talk to shares in that sentiment that, the 5 demands are the physical manifestation of what people are asking for, but it's really the freedom. It's the freedom, the liberty, the democracy. And people are just saying that they're willing to basically fight for it for as long as it takes. That's the sentiment that I'm getting. Which, by the way, I want to make mention here. Everything here is so peaceful. Everything here is so peaceful. You follow the Chinese state propaganda. They make it sound like there's a bunch of rioters on the streets. Not what I'm getting. Everybody's answers are measured. Everybody's peaceful. Can I ask you a quick question? Can I ask you a question? If President Trump was watching this right now, what would you tell him? This guy.
Free Hong Kong, fight for freedom. Yeah, I would simply say that.
Okay, there you have it. I thought he was about to interview me when he took the mic. Wow, look at this. Man, I'd love to take some of these Hong Kongers back to the States so they can march through our streets like this. This looks like a parade that belongs in America. It's beautiful. Oh gosh, look at this lady's pants. Look at this lady's pants. Oh my gosh. I wonder whether she got them. Actually, let's ask her. Hey miss, can I ask you a quick question? Okay. I just wanted to ask, did you get these pants for the parade or did you always have them?
I always have this, 10 years already.
They're very nice.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I have one more question. If Donald Trump was watching us right now, okay, never mind. All right. Man, this is, to be honest with you, as an American, I really did not anticipate this. Coming all the way to Hong Kong, halfway around the world, seeing this many American flags, this many pictures of the president, it's just out of this world. Oh, look at this. Hey, can I ask you a quick question? Okay. Man, something else. Hey, sir, can I ask you a quick question? Okay. Man. Oh, look, our fellow American here from San Francisco. We caught up with her. Any feedback from being in the parade now for an hour?
I cannot believe that I would be singing the national anthem in Hong Kong.
It's true. Yeah.
I mean, we Americans, the athletes, they're kneeling for the flag, and we're here standing up singing national anthem in Hong Kong.
Sure. I don't know about you, but I almost had to dust it off.
Oh, I got all teary, and it was really a touching moment for me. It was.
Me too.
Yeah, were you too? Oh, yeah.
I had the goosebumps all throughout.
I got teary. It was very touching to see so many American flags and people were singing the national anthem. It was something. I'm glad I came.
Yeah, me too. And another thing I like the people I've spoken with, they know about the Bill of Rights more than some college students. They're like telling me about the Bill of Rights.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I was surprised as to how much people know about United States Constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
Yeah, and I feel like at first I thought that people were waving the flags just because they're thanking America for the bill.
Like a symbolic thing, I thought, but they know more than that.
Yeah.
They know a lot more. Yeah. They're very knowledgeable. And they're very passionate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Guy out.
Okay.
Until our next meeting. Yeah, and I'll make mention of something. Sun Yat-sen, right, who founded the Republic of China, he actually came to the United States and lived in Chinatown and in New York. And he took a lot away from America before he founded the Republic. Hey, can I ask you a question? All right. Hey, can I ask you a question? If President Trump was watching this right now, what would you tell him?
Sorry, pardon?
If President Trump was watching you right now, what would you tell him?
Thank you for your support towards Hong Kong, and Hong Kong really needs the help from the US.
Yeah. How did it make you feel on the day when you heard about the bill being signed by Trump?
A bit get shocked because it is very fast, and I'm very happy that we finally get the support from the US after the demonstration for 5 months.
All right, well, guy out.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's such a big takeaway for me. Like the people here, they're fighting against the giant communist dictatorship, up like 40 miles up north, right? But also against so much propaganda. That's a lot of them. Oh my gosh. Do you have anything to say, Mr. Xi? Any comments, sir? He looks like it. Hey, can I ask you a quick question?
Okay.
If President Trump was watching this right now, what would you tell him?
President Trump, please liberate Hong Kong, and thank you for signing the S-1838.
And how long are you willing to fight for the 5 demands?
It's not for yes and forever, not a yes or no for one time.
Until they're met.
Until the Hong Kong have the full autonomy and the full democracy.
There you have it. Very serious. Thank you so much. Hey, can I take a look at this? Look at this. This is the most American thing, by the way. Really, in America, only the real Americans fly this flag. Ooh, look at this. Wow. Can I ask you a quick question? Okay. Wow. And something else. Man, I still can't get over this this Winnie the Pooh here hanging. Oh, it's a noose. I didn't even notice it. I thought it was just going for fishing. But no, he's hanging. He is hanging. So by the way, for everybody who doesn't know, Winnie the Pooh has a very strong resemblance to Xi Jinping, right? And so he's come to represent Xi Jinping to the point that the Chinese communist censors have blocked any mention of Winnie the Pooh on the Chinese internet, right? Very, very iconic look here. Wow. Wow. Man, look at that. Boom. Wow. What? Wow, look at that. Look at all the American flags. That is unbelievable. Oh, hey, behind us there's a taxi. So this is very interesting. I wonder why there's suddenly cars. Because the protest... Oh, sorry. So suddenly there's cars. I wonder why, because this is a parade that was sanctioned by the police. Kind of interesting now that there's suddenly cars. I wonder why. Very interesting. Can I ask you a quick question? No, can I ask you a question? No? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I wonder if this is just maybe the parade permit ended, or the police did this on purpose. Very interesting.
Could be. Very often they do it deliberately.
Yeah, very odd, right? Because normally in America, when you have a parade, the street is cordoned off and there's no cars. But this parade has been a couple of odd things. One is that for a long period of time, we're only marching on the sidewalk, not on the main street, making it very narrow. And now there's cars here. I wonder what caused that. Hey, can I ask you a quick question? Very short question. Is your English okay?
Yes.
If President Trump was watching this right now, what would you tell him?
Please help Hong Kong, liberate Hong Kong. We must stand to resist China, to resist the tyranny. Yeah.
And another question: the 5 demands. How long are you willing to fight for them?
Forever, unless they agree to they promise to respond to our 5 demands. Yeah.
All right, guy out. Man, that's such a common answer. Almost everyone I've asked has told me that they're willing to fight for the 5 demands as long as it takes. It's okay. It's okay. I have my. Oh, thanks. Something interesting to note. When I first got to Hong Kong, I noticed a lot of people holding their hands up in the air like this. And at first I thought it was just solidarity, but I think it actually stands for the 5 demands, right? The 5 demands, you see? Can we do one less? Oh, nah. It's just a joke. Because one of the sayings is 5 demands, not 1 less. It was just a joke. Wow. This is a powerful parade, I have to tell you. Hey, can I ask you a quick question? If President Trump was watching this, what would you tell him? If President Trump was watching this, what would you tell him?
Thank you, Mr. Trump. Thank you for support, and please let more people know our situation, and let the world support us. Not only the USA, but also the Australia, the Japan, the Europe, and even other other democracy countries. Yeah.
All right, guy out. Yeah, actually, a lot of people have said that as well. They see America's support as a good first step, and it was a huge boon for them because I mean, you have to think these are students, right, fighting against the biggest communist dictatorship, and the whole in Hong Kong, a lot of the media is actually controlled in one way or another by the Chinese communists, and so so it felt, at least the sentiment they gave me was that it felt very alone for a long time. But with the support from the U.S., they told me that when that bill was signed by Trump, it was a huge morale boost. So many people have told me that. You see, take a look at this. Take a look. You see? So many people are holding up their hands. And at first, I thought that this symbol was just like, like a typical protest, solidarity. But I think it actually stands for the 5 demands that people are asking for. Hey, can I ask you a quick question? Yeah. Is the 5 fingers standing for the 5 demands?
Yeah, it's standing for 5 demands.
Can we do this? Can we do one less?
No.
No, we can't.
Yeah.
Because it's 5 demands, not one less. Yeah, I have another question for you. Yeah. If President Trump was watching this, what would you tell him?
Thank you very much for signing the act, and it really encouraged us to fight for our freedom and our demands. Thank you very much.
So it gave you a lot of encouragement when you heard it. I see, okay. And another question. The CCP is very stubborn, very intolerant.
Yeah.
How long are you willing to fight for these 5 demands?
If they are still not giving us, we will continue to fight. Yeah, continue to fight on.
Guy out.
Oh, not it.
Yeah. Almost everybody says that they're willing to fight for as long as it takes. Very touching. Man, the spirit here is very palpable. And the unity too, not just the individual, but the unity of spirit here. It feels like most people are animated by that same, revolutionary spirit. Hey. Can I ask you a quick question?
Okay.
If President Trump was watching this, what would you tell him?
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much.
There you have it. Wow. So it looks like the parade split up into 2. Let's take a look. So down this way, you have some people. Well, let's go this way. That's where the American flags are going. So very interesting how the parade split into 2 here. And now we're the parade people are still going down, but now there's traffic. Kind of interesting. Again, so if you notice, we do have our gas masks and our helmets just in case. So far, everything's been fine. Everything's been peaceful. But over the last 6 months, a lot of these peaceful events have devolved into tear gas and rubber bullets flying around. So we definitely hope for the best, but we have prepared for the worst. Take a look at that. I've seen this everywhere. Heaven will destroy the Communist Party, that sign right there. Very, very powerful message, to say the least. Oh, hey, can I ask you a question? Oh, do you speak English?
Very badly.
Oh, well, do you know what's going on here?
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
So they're fighting against the CCP. What's your feeling on it? Where are you guys from, by the way?
From France.
Oh, from France. Oh, so you guys know a little bit about revolution yourselves, although it was a little bit different, right? Now they're fighting against the communists. Yeah, that's right. So what's you're from your country, France. What's your opinion of what's going on in Hong Kong?
It's very complicated to speak about politics. We are not really concerned about. We are not living this. So it's complicated to give an opinion, but I think in general, I would say we are feeling that you have protests everywhere. It's global, so.
It's true, right? It seems like there's protests everywhere right now.
Yeah.
One thing I really found interesting is that I'm from America, and in America we can go on YouTube, we can go on Facebook, we can say almost anything we want. But here, whenever I interview somebody, local, they want to make sure they cover their masks, make sure they can't be seen. Like, do you have any feeling about that? That kind of like the fear of expressing yourself?
No, I mean, I respect each country, and in each country you have the different laws. Some in countries some laws are stronger than in other. So as French, I don't have an opinion. I mean I'm not home here, so I would say yeah.
All right, well.
Complicated.
It's complicated, but I feel like if in America or maybe in France, if we were in the same situation, we had to...
In France, I can say what I think about the situation in France, but here, I don't feel comfortable about giving my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. I understand, yeah, if you don't know the full picture. Yeah. All right, well, take care, guys. All right, so did we lose the parade? So I feel like it's split off into two, and now it's kind of sputtered. I don't want to say sputtered out, but I don't see where people are anymore. So let's go take a look. Maybe this way? It finished? Okay, well, hold on. Let's take a look. Okay, so it looks like perhaps the parade has finished. So let's sorry. Oh, there's still there's some flags over there. Let's go over there and see if we can catch them. So I mean, as an American, this parade for me was a huge sight to behold. I mean, just the amount of American flags here is just outstanding. Yeah, the amount of American flags you see flying in this parade, just outstanding. You don't see anything like that in the States, unless it's like Veterans Day or, yeah, pretty much Veterans Day, or maybe a Trump rally, you might see that many flags. But generally, you do not see thousands of flags just marching down the street. Yeah, I definitely did not expect that coming all the way or halfway around the world to Hong Kong. But anyway, let's see. Looks like they came back to this park. Sorry. Oh yeah? It says it's not a nice sign. Where's Shanghua? This guy. Our cameraman is very frontline focused. Sometimes I have to chase him instead of him chasing me. Man. So we're back to the, looks like the plaza we started at. Oh, careful, careful. And yeah, again, I mean, to me, it's like a sea of American flags. There's almost nothing more beautiful to see. So yeah, let's make our way around. Let's see what's going on at the front. Take a look. Yes. Yeah, let's get into the middle of the circle and see what's going on there. Oh, see him? So we talked about this guy earlier. This guy has the hand endurance that I've never seen anybody have. I think yesterday I saw him waving this flag for maybe 5 or 6 hours. Very, very strong. Maybe that's his internal spirit coming out. Can I ask you guys a question? Hi? Okay. So let's say President Trump was watching this. What would you tell him?
Thank you, President Trump. Thank you. Make America great again. Make Hong Kong great again. God bless America. God bless Hong Kong.
Anything to add? I think he said it all. I mean, what else is there really to say, right? All right, guy out. Wow, look at this. Look at this. No, look over there, not here. Wow. My gosh. You know, it seems like almost everybody here knows the American national anthem by heart. It's touching. I know a lot of young people graduating from school in America don't know the American anthem by heart. Wow. Oh, look, and there's our friend. There's our friend with the Winnie the Pooh on a noose. That's that guy's probably my favorite guy there, right there. Hey, let's get out of the circle. Nobody else is in the circle. Maybe it's rude to be in the circle. Hey, can I ask you a question? If President Trump was watching this, what would you tell him?
Fuck him. Fuck him. I want to tell him that his regime will not last because there's 2 million people now in concentration camp in Xinjiang, and they are building concentration camp everywhere in China's every province. I want to tell him that I want to ask him to read the history books. Just like Nazi, you can rule this country for a short time very well, I understand, but not in the long term. And history will give us the truth.
Yeah, that's true. And you know, one of the big things I've seen, people are holding up signs of Tank Man and signs talking about the Uyghurs in Xinjiang. And in China, you can't access that information, right? That they don't have freedom of speech. Do you feel like they're beginning to encroach upon Hong Kong's freedom of speech? I know they're introducing patriotic education into the Hong Kong school system.
Actually, they are actually already doing it. For example, actually in Hong Kong we speak Mandarin. This is our native language. Right now they are trying to force the secondary school students. They can only speak Mandarin in the Chinese courses. This is one of them. Another one is that they launched the education program actually about patriotism to China, and they rewrite some of the history books. And the Chinese history books curriculum actually is controlled by the Hong Kong government. For us, we have no choice. Yeah. We cannot tell them the truth. They are doing the brainwashing already.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the history books that are taught in school are actually government's like mandated. Like you can't have an independent company publish them with the history that they found.
Actually, you can publish the books, but however, the educational board will not agree.
Wow.
And then, for example, in the history book, they never mention the Tiananmen Square incident, never. And even, for example, talking about the talking about the Japanese invasion of China. Actually, the whole that battle is actually won by the Kuomintang, you know.
Yeah, I do know.
It's not what the communists did. I mean, but they are trying to rewrite everything. Yeah.
Do you have any friends in the mainland?
Yeah, but yes, I have a journalist friend. He is mainlander. He tried to contact me during this protest. I didn't reply him because, from my point of view, they are all spies. Yeah.
Because sometimes I speak to like my mainland friends, and it's a little bit frustrating because of what you said. Like that, in schools they're not taught these things, and they assume it's like it's wrong. It's not true. They're like, nah, that's not true. That's like anti-China, Western imperialist lies. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is actually. It's complicated because actually the same thing also happened in Hong Kong, you know. Not just in China, people are very easy to brainwash, even Hong Kong people. You know, right now in Hong Kong there's two main parties. One is actually pro-Beijing, another one is pro-democracy, you can say so. But however, if you read the documents and the records from the Legislative Council, you can see that actually the Democracy Party also votes for the policy that is pro-Beijing. I mean, is there any true pro-democratic party in Hong Kong? No. There was once in 2016. There's some youngsters truly fight for Hong Kong freedom, but they are being disqualified by the government.
That's right. They got locked up, right? Joshua Wong and
Edward Leung. Yeah. I mean, you look at these people. I can hardly say if they are already awakened or brainwashed, because still many people, they are still fooled by the fake democracy party. People never read history book. People never read record. They just believe.
Yeah. So we did have that election, right, where 17 out of the 18 districts were flipped to when you say no pro-democracy party, those candidates that were elected, what do you think about them?
Actually, at least one of them I know. They vote for a policy that is actually enlarging the power of the PLA in Hong Kong, the Liberation Chinese Army in Hong Kong. I would say I'm the more extreme ones in Hong Kong. During this protest for 6 months, there is 3 times that some of the protesters they formed a new Congress. It's like People Congress, and they are suppressed. They are suppressed by the pan-democratic parties. I didn't vote. I'm very angry because I think we need a new government. We need a new Congress. I don't want fake thing anymore. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for that perspective. Yeah. A very, very interesting perspective. She was saying that, the truly pro-democracy party was pretty much done away with in 2016, and now she claims that even the pro-democracy party is like a controlled opposition type of party. Very interesting. Sorry? Oh, okay. So this is right here, the rally at the end of the parade. I don't know if you want to take a look at this. So for me, as an American who came here all the way, from New York, flew halfway around the world, it was a blast to be here, to be honest, to see this many American flags. I don't know if you want to do one more pan around to take a look. Look at this. Look.
Liberate Hong Kong!
Really, really cool. Really, really cool. I mean, honestly, where else? I mean, this feels like Ohio or something like that, or some other, like Trump rally. Beautiful, very interesting. So, here in the middle of Hong Kong, you have a giant amount of flags, a bunch of students standing up to anti-communism. Against communism. And what's interesting is that it's not just young people. A lot of older folks are here as well in support of the young people. Very interesting. So, there's a lot more events happening later today. We're going to be covering them. Here we have, of course, our gas mask and our helmet. Luckily, nothing violent happened today, but, always prepared. So lastly, if you're interested in honest news, go to readepic.com. There's a description. In the description link, there's a button that you can click on and try the newspaper yourself. It's available in all 50 states in the U.S. Click on that button, try it for a full month for just $1 and get real news delivered to your home every single week. Here we are in the middle of Hong Kong, bringing you honest news. Signing off.
Goddamn communist! Goddamn communist! Goddamn communist! Goddamn communist! Goddamn communist!
Thank you for sending me to Hong Kong. I've been reading Epoch Times all the time.
Oh, I'm glad.
For 10 years.
Oh.
That's one of my favorite newspapers that tells the genuine and the whole truth of the inside story of Hong Kong and China. That's really good.
Yeah,
Even better than the Apple Times. So you say Apple Times and Epoch Times.
Yeah. Hey,
It's never been manipulated and controlled by the communist regime. I think you're doing a great job. So keep doing that. May the Lord be with you and strengthen you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me show you something. There was here, let me just find it.
And I've seen him, reporting the news on YouTube.
Oh, you did? Here, take a look. This was like maybe 3 weeks ago. So after the police violence escalated in the university, these 6 newspapers carried a front page ad for the Communist Party. Yeah, only this.